Hi guys, I'm Dan and this is Kai. Together we're the directors at Crescent Mortgages. Today we are bringing you another one of our FAMQs, frequently asked mortgage questions, and today's topic is covering how to clear your mortgage quicker. There are several benefits to this, which we're going to jump into. Before we do, just to remind you that we are CMAP qualified mortgage and protection brokers with a combined 20 years experience in the industry. Right. So we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's jump into it. Okay, so clearing your mortgage quicker, the two main benefits of this, which might seem quite obvious, but number one is you're going to be mortgage free at a younger age, which I think is a big goal for a lot of people. Clear your mortgage, get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. And number two, which people may not realise, that the quicker you pay your mortgage, the less interest you're going to pay. So the less that you will pay in total overall. They're the two main benefits. Now, the two main ways that people can do it, shoot.
So the first one we talk about is overpayments. Paying more each month. Now, most mortgages will allow an overpayment facility, normally 10% of the mortgage balance per annum. So normally quite a big tolerance.
Oh, don't tell them everything. No, that's fine. What's the second one?
And the second one is reducing your term. So reducing your term officially, maybe when you're remortgaging, reducing it down from 30 years to 25 years.
So officially reducing it, contacting the lender, and asking them to change your term from, like Kai says, 30 years to 25 years, 25 to 23 years. Whatever it is, it's going to benefit you in the long run. So they're the two ways. If we just jump, I know you nearly gave the game away there, but the overpayment facility. So
what's that?
As Kai touched on, so the method number one, using the overpayment facility. So most mortgages, as Kai mentioned, will have an overpayment facility where you can normally pay up to 10% of your mortgage balance. So it is quite a significant amount, enough for most people, each year, and they won't give you any charges at all, so you can just make use of that.
That's why I said.
No, but I actually explained it better.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Now, using an overpayment facility. So straightforward, you can just contact the lender and you can make them ad hoc, or you can ask them to take X amount every month until you tell them otherwise. Every lender has a slightly different way of doing it. Should we give them some figures?
Let's do it.
Have you got anything on the top of your head, or should I grab my notepad?
Well, I can give the example at the top of the head.
Go on then.
£200,000 mortgage.
Oh, that's all you've got?
That's all I got,
let me just grab a notepad.
Yeah, we've prepped these.
Okay, so we just want to give you an example because I think some people are unaware that actually a relatively small overpayment each month on their mortgage can have quite a drastic impact on how quickly the mortgage is cleared. Now, we're well aware that actually with kind of the cost of living increasing, for some people this may not be possible. You know, if you are struggling, then obviously maybe prioritising clearing your mortgage quicker shouldn't be kind of at the top of your list. But if there is some disposable income and you're not sure what to put it on, then this is definitely something that you consider. So the examples Kai just touched on. So obviously this will vary quite drastically from person to person. Some people have much bigger mortgages, much smaller mortgages, different interest rates. We've used a fairly typical mortgage of £200,000 with an assumed interest rate of 2%. Some of you may be lower than that, some of you may be higher. We've gone with an assumed interest rate of 2%, and assume at the moment that, let's say you've got 30 years left on your mortgage. So it's a relatively new mortgage. You've got 30 years. Now, on those figures that we've just used, your mortgage payment would be...
No. 739, around £739 a month.
Yeah, so that's going to be your committed mortgage payment with a 30-year term with it based on those figures. Now, how much extra do you think you'd have to overpay each month to take 5 years off of your mortgage term?
Oh, bearing in mind that we ran the numbers a minute ago.
And then you already know.
Yeah, but I still can't remember exactly. I was just for 5 years, probably £100.
You're not far off. It's £109.
£109
Yeah.
to take 5 years off my mortgage.
So just to kind of break that down, so if you paid an extra £109 each month on your mortgage through the overpayment facility, you will shave 5 whole years from your mortgage. So it is quite significant. Now, as we said, for some people, £109 a month additional just isn't going to be an option. If that's the case, absolutely fine. But if you're finding that actually your money's up the wall on coffees, shoes, BIC. What else? You know, I mean, these things are, you know, maybe important, but you know, if you're spending £3.50 on a latte every morning that you don't really need, you could be potentially taking years and years off of your mortgage. So mortgage free earlier, and we didn't actually run the numbers on this because this is a FAMQ, they're quite quick, but you will be reducing the overall amount of interest that you pay as well.
That'll be in thousands. If you're taking 5 years, that's thousands of pounds.
Yeah,
if you're taking
significant
5 years,
amount of
that's a lot of
interest.
money off.
Just, I mean, if £109 is a bit too much, again, in this example, then if you paid just an extra £39 a month, which I think, you know, for a lot of people is achievable, not everyone, but for a lot of people, if we're honest with ourselves, could you spare an extra £39 a month? For not all, but a lot of people, the answer is yes. You could take 2 years from your mortgage. Again, that might not seem like much now, but in 23 years' time, when suddenly you're mortgage free, instead of having another 2 years worth of mortgage payments, that is going to seem quite significant. And again, you will have paid less interest over that period as well. That's just a couple of examples.
Yeah.
Do you want to just touch on the reducing the term when remortgaging? It's a quick one, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Reducing the term when remortgaging. If you're in the process of remortgaging, you will probably be asked by your bank, your broker, whoever you're talking to, about playing with the term and reducing the term. Reducing the term is exactly the same. If you wanted to reduce, in that example, from 30 years to 28 years, on a 2% interest rate, it's going to be £39 a month more.
Yeah.
The difference here, though, is you're contractually obligated to every month. So if £39 a month was fine every month, but sometimes you wanted to not pay it because of whatever reason, when you're contractually obligated to and you have officially reduced your term,
that's a good point.
you can't undo it.
Yeah.
So
So the overpayment facility basically gives you more flexibility because you're committed to a smaller mortgage payment, but you have the flexibility to pay more and clear the mortgage quicker. But on the flip side, although reducing your term officially doesn't give you flexibility, for some people maybe that don't have the discipline to overpay frequently, sometimes the shorter term maybe is the right way to go, providing that you are really confident that you're going to be able to maintain that payment. Don't reduce the term lower than you're comfortable with when the payment could potentially be too high.
Yeah.
I think that covers everything.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
I've enjoyed that one.
Yeah, we've got an example. We'll put a grid up as well when we're talking, so you can see some payments.
We'll put a graphic up, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Won't look very good if you can't do that now.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Okay, guys, as always, any questions, get in touch, drop us a message, give us a call, put them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot.